Okay, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening sa inyong lahat. Let us now continue on with the second half of our review material on investment property. Sagutan naman po natin yung 15 items na multiple choice questions. Okay? Let us begin with excuse me. Question number 1. Recognition and measurement po ito. Although as you can see, statement form, but you have also to assess. May computation din naman ito. Ang tinatanong, alin sa mga sumusunod yung tama, no? If an entity acquires a building exclusively for rental income purposes sa mga third parties and therefore classify siya as investment property. Subsequently, in-apply niya ang fair value model, which is also allowed under IAS 40. Okay? And the following expenditures were incurred in connection with the acquisition. Nabili niya at 9.5 million with legal fees amounting to 220,000. Merong brokers commission paid, no, to acquire tenants and complete the purchase at 130,000, and advertising cost, okay, of 90,000 pesos. Now, let me just open my phone calculator. Sa number 1 kasi, ang sinasabi dito, the initial cost of the property is 9.85. Okay? So, yung 9.5 million, idagdag natin yung 220 at idagdag natin yung 130. So, pag pinagsama-sama natin, that is 9.85 million. Correct yung unang statement. The advertising and marketing cost na 90,000 expense immediately, and that is also correct. Broker's commission incurred to acquire the property is a DAX, directly attributable cost, and therefore capitalized, no? Kaya nga kasama siya dito. Kaya tama din yung statement 3. Now, the fair value model selected is applied from the initial measurement of the investment property. Now, kung okay ka sa 1, 2, and 3, ang pagpipilian ninyo dito ay either itong tatlo or lahat ng mga statements. Pero ito ha, careful kayo. While fair value model, no, ay allowed under IAS 40, but initial recognition, initial measurement is always at cost. So, mali po yung pang-apat because ang tinatukoy po dito from initial recognition. Subsequent pong measurement, i-apply yung fair value model. So, ang tamang sagot natin ay letter C. 1, 2, and 3 only. Okay? I hope clear po tayo dyan sa item number 1. Item number 2, initial measurement pa rin. Ganun pa rin, no? Initial carrying amount ng investment property. Okay, on January 1, 2025, the company or the entity acquires a parcel of land to benefit from long-term capital appreciation, or the IP, investment property, at klaro, not intended for sale, and will not be owner-occupied. So, malinaw na malinaw, investment property ito. Elected to apply the fair value model, okay, and incur the following cost, purchase price, 12M. Okay? Ano pa? Legal fees, 360. Ano pa? Property transfer and registration taxes, 240. General administrative expense dapat yan. So, dapat 12,600,000 lamang, no? Kasama na po dito yung directly attributable cost. Mali yung letter C kasi sinama yung 180. Mali yung letter D, including all costs. Teka, meron pa ba akong nami-miss out na amount? Pag sinama mo yan lahat, ano lang naman yan 12,780. Okay? I think I'm missing the point. Wala daw, hindi mo dapat pagpipilian yung letter D unless meron akong na-omit na amount, no? Pero sa answer natin dito, letter B talaga. Okay? So, dito sa number 2. So, I hope clear po tayo dito for question number 2. Proceed po tayo sa question number 3. Naka-statement form pa rin naman ito, but we'll have to compute. Alin sa mga yan ang tama? No? Ang carrying amount mo at the beginning of the year is 12 million. Fair value at year-end, 11.3. And then, rental income earned during the year, 900,000. Okay. Unang statement, fair value loss of 700,000 recognized in profit or loss. Tama? Yes, tama yan. Down ng 700 from 12 million, naging 11.3, mayroon kang loss. Taken to profit or loss. No? Rental income recognized in profit or loss. That is also true. No? Kasi rent income, di ba? Pinapaupahan mo. So tama dapat yan. No depreciation is recognized on the investment property. Yes, that is correct when we use the fair value model. Pero pag cost model, we have to depreciate the investment property. Mali yung pang-apat, no? Yung fair value loss daw, recognized in OCI. Hindi po, totoo yan. So, ang tamang sagot lang natin dito ay 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So, number 3, the answer is letter C. Klarong-klaro naman. Now, for number 4, subsequent measurement. Naka-paragraph form tayo or statement form tayo dito, but we also have to compute. No, so alin dito yung i-account natin, ano? How should we account these expenditures? May binili kang, meron ka pagmamayari na investment property measured using the cost model, ha? During the year, incur the following expenditures: 300,000 for routine repairs and maintenance. Dapat P&L, repairs and maintenance account, no? Kasi routinary. 1.2, to construct an additional floor, increasing the property's future rental income potential, capitalizable, yung 1.2. Okay? So hanapin lang naman natin dito yung appropriate treatment, no? Yung A mali kasi expense daw lahat, yung B mali kasi capitalize lahat. Ang tamang sagot dito, excuse me, letter C. Expense mo yung routine repairs, capitalize mo yung 1.2. Basic lang naman ito, basic question. Pinahaba niya lang, so mukha siyang, ang dami naman, no? Pero straightforward lang naman yung hinahanap. Wala tayong dito, complexity. Okay? Number 5 tayo, subsequent measurement. Sa expense, recognition. In, January 1, 2025, may biniling office building for 12 million, si TechBuild. The company applies the cost model for its investment property. The building has an estimated life of 40 years and a residual value of 2 million. So, during 2025, ordinary repairs of 200,000 were incurred and no other improvements were made. Fair value at year-end amounts to 11 million. Ang tinatanong, what amount of expense will be taken to profit or loss? And mind you, expense po yan in general, not specific to depreciation, not specific to kung may mga repairs and maintenance tayo dyan. Okay? So, anong tamang sagot? Now, for depreciation, sir, bakit may depreciation? Kasi cost model ang gamit natin. So, yung 12 million mo, bawasan mo ng 2 million kasi meron kang residual value. So, 10 million yung depreciable, di ba? For 40 years. Divided by 40 years. Okay? So, 12 divided by 40, meron kang 300,000 taon-taon, no, na depreciation expense. Meron ka pang ordinary repairs, no, repairs and maintenance yan. 200,000. Okay? So, anong tamang sagot? Teka ha, tama ba to? 10 million divided by 40, 200, okay. 240, no? Bakit? Iba yata yung unang tingin ko kanina. 10 million divided by 40. Okay, 250 plus yung 200. So, unang tingin ko kasi kanina, 200. So, hinahanap ko yung 400. Okay, so yan class, no? For number 5, the answer is letter C. Ignore natin yung fair value changes. Kasi nga, hindi naman fair value model yung gamit. Pero kung fair value tayo, tigil tayo ng depreciation, so wala kang 250,000 at meron kang from 12 million, naging 11, bumaba ng 1 million, at meron ka pang expense, 1.2. Pero wala naman sa choice, no? Okay? So, ganun na yung difference nila. Madali lang naman, di ba? How about number 6? P&L impact din po ito. Total impact sa profit or loss. On December 31, year-end, the carrying amount at the beginning of the year is 20 million. Carrying amount, carrying amount. Okay. Fair value at year-end mo, 18.5. Okay? Fair value model tayo. So 20 minus 18.5, meron kang decline sa fair value. 1.5 million. Yung estimated life mo, 20 years. So di-disregard natin, wala naman tayong depreciation na gagawin, di ba? Your rental income amounts to 1.2. Meron kang ordinary repairs, okay? 150. So kung 20 minus 18.5, meron kang 1.5, di ba? Tapos so meron ka pang ordinary repairs. So dagdag natin 150. At meron ka ditong rental income. So bawasan natin ng rental income. Okay? So magkano ang total impact mo? Sir, ano gagawin ko dito sa 300? Ignore mo lang yan. Because this is just a distractor because this expense is taken in the prior year. So, hindi naman natin, wala naman cumulative yan. Kasi taken to profit or loss. So, magsasarado yan. So, ang tamang sagot lang natin dito ay letter C. Huwag papansinin yung 300,000 distractor lamang po yan. Okay? Number 7, subsequent measurement, fair value change. Ang net loss na nai-report sa investment property for the year ay 300,000. And the following information is known. 1.2, rental income, excuse me, ordinary repairs mo, 200,000. What fair value change occurred daw during the year? Okay, teka sandali. Ang net loss mo ay 300,000. Net loss na yan, Okay. Ang tinatanong, fair value. And recognize natin. Magkano yon? So that is the X. Let the fair value, gain or loss man yan, be your X. Okay? Kung meron kang rental income, dagdag yan, di ba? Sa profit or loss mo. Kung meron kang ordinary repairs, bawas yan. So dito sa dalawa, 1 million na net impact. Okay? So if X is your fair value, okay? Tapos, hindi nga lang natin alam kung income yon or expense or loss. Kung i-X ko, itong fair value change, pero syempre kailangan magkaibang opposite opposite yung kanilang anong tawag natin dito, yung symbols. So gamitin ko na lang X minus 1.2 million plus 200,000 equals 300,000. Kung 300,000 at naka-positive yan, ibig sabihin loss, no? Kaya naka-plus ito, naka-minus ito. We'll just have to be consistent, no, with your with your symbols. X minus 1.2. Okay? Sandali, ayusin natin. Plus, pakita ko lang, no, para lang masundan, 200,000 equals 300,000. Yung positive dito, expense. Yung negative, income. Okay? So kung ganito ang gagawin natin at ililipat mo lahat doon sa kanan para matira X, no? X equals 300. 300K na lang. Okay? Kung negative yung 1,2 minus 1,2, ipa-plus natin to. 1.2M, di ba? Ma-minus natin ngayon yung 200K. Okay, so ibig sabihin, 300 plus 1.2, we have 1.5 minus 200. So meron tayong 1.3 million. Okay? So X equals 1.3 million. Can we validate? So since positive po ito, ano to? Gain or loss? Positive, no? So loss. Okay? Minus. So kung loss ito, meron kang rental income. Gain, 1.2. Minus 200, edi 1 million. Minus 1.3, kasi loss nga. O kaya meron kang net loss na 300,000. So, etong 1.3 na ito represents a loss. Okay? So, ang tamang sagot natin, letter C. I hope na sundan po ninyo ito. No? Okay? Nagpaparamdam ang aking lalamunan. Okay? Sige. Proceed tayo sa number 8. Sandali lang po. Okay. Number 8. Ang tinatanong naman dito ay rental income. Paano naman natin gagawin itong rental income na ito? Merong pagmamay-ari si Beta Limited, no? Na office building na investment property. Fair value model ang kanyang subsequent measurement. For the year ended December 31, ang total impact ay net gain. So parang kanina sa number 7. Para tayo naglalaro ng mga amounts na nagwo-work back tayo. Ang fair value nag-increase daw ng 500. Okay. Ordinary repairs, 100. So kung ito, income, or revenue, or income in general, minus 100,000, edi 400 yan. Meron kang net gain na 400. So, magkano yung rental income? The answer here is 0. Bakit 0? Kasi, ito, 500 na, minus 100, that is already 400,000. Net gain. Dapat wala kang rental income. Okay? So, yun kasi nga, pag nilagay mo din si X, 500,000 minus 100,000 plus or minus si X o minus X equals 400. Okay? So, we do the math. 500 minus 100 minus 400. Okay? So, 0. Wala talaga. Okay? So, that's for question number 8. Although, syempre, kung investment property, dapat may rental income. Pero dito sa ating illustration, 0. Pwede bang mangyari yun? Yes, sir. No? Yes po. When? Kung yung office building ay currently unoccupied, wala pang tenants, so wala ka pang rental income. Pero the purpose is para i-renta yan, pero in the future pa. So, pwede naman. Okay? Number 9. Ano naman po yung tinatanong dito sa number 9? P&L impact na naman. Okay? Sige. At least napapractice na. On October 1, 2025, the management decides to sell the property. Binenta yung investment property at fair value. Yung tanong, total impact on profit or loss related to this property for the year up to the date. Okay, up to the date of reclassification. Kasi on October 1, dahil magiging non-current asset held for sale. Okay? Although, fair value naman yan, so wala dapat tayong depreciation. Okay. Ang fair value mo on October, 20 million. Pero yung carrying amount at the beginning of the year, 18.5. So, eto, kabaligtaran nung parang example natin kanina, eto, meron kang increase na 1.5, no? Change sa fair value. Meron kang rental income na 800. So, 1.5 plus 800, that's 2.3. Minus 50. Di, ang total impact mo, basic, So, dapat mga ganito, mabilis lang natin masagutan. Ano? Okay, so that's number 10. Moving on, number 10, reclassification. Naka-statement form na naman tayo dito and hindi lang yung mga amounts, no, pero ina-emphasize lang din natin dito yung ano ba yung pinupunto, ano ba yung tinutukoy nitong mga amounts na ito. Amount to be recognized, no, as the deemed cost of the property at the date of transfer. Bakit? So ito mga work back tayo dito. Or tingnan natin kung work back ba talaga yan. Yung original cost ng property, 20 million. Accumulated depreciation, 4 million. Original cost minus accumulated depreciation, 16 million, di ba? That is the net book value before transfer. Pero yun ba yung i-measure ko? Kasi tama naman yung A. Net book value yan before transfer. Fair value determined at July 1, supported by an independent valuation 25. Fair value model tayo. So dapat ito yung pipiliin mo. Okay? So ang sagot natin dito ay letter C. Fair value at the date of change in use because the entity uses the fair value model. But if we are using the cost model, di yung net book value mo, ito dapat. Okay? Hindi natin gagamitin yung original historical cost. Mali din yung letter D kasi classification requires the recognition. Hindi po, fair value model tayo dito. Okay? So, proceed tayo. Number 11, reclassification din po ito. Ano ang tinatanong? Amount to be recognized in revaluation surplus as a result of transfer of the building to the investment property. Okay, bakit? Meron ka pagmamayari na building, PPE ang classification, at measured siya using the cost model. On January 1, 2025, management decides to lease the building out as investment property. And the following information is available. Ang carrying amount ng PPE before reclassification, 12M. Accumulated depreciation, 2M. Cost model yan. Pero ito carrying amount ha, hindi po yan yung cost. So this is already your carrying amount. Hindi mo na kailangan ibawas yung accumulated depreciation. Tama po ba? Kung ito na yung carrying amount tapos na-revalue siya or na-reclassify siya as investment property, naging 15. So the difference is considered as revaluation surplus. Okay? Meron po tayong provision dyan sa standard, no? Let me just share to you. Hindi ko lang maalala. Double check ko lang muna, no? Habang nag-explain pa naman ako. Transfer using the fair value from investment property. Okay? Ayan, sige. Stop sharing ko lang, no? Buti na lang naka-open yung aking PowerPoint. Okay? So, share ko lang yung PowerPoint presentation na ipinakita ko rin naman sa inyo before. Ito, transfers using the fair value model. Okay, from owner-occupied property. If an owner-occupied property becomes an investment property that will be carried at fair value, an entity shall apply PAS 16. Okay, or IFRS 16 for leases. The entity shall treat any difference at that date between the carrying amount, okay, and its fair value in the same way as a revaluation in accordance with IAS 16. So, ibig sabihin, yung difference na, balikan natin yung ating papel, ayan, yung difference between 12 and 15, 3 million, that will be recognized as a revaluation surplus. Okay? So, that's for question number 11. Number 12, amount to be recognized din. Ganun din. As revaluation surplus. Pero ito naman, ang gamit natin dito ay revaluation model. Okay. Ang replacement cost before reclassification, 12 million. Okay? Replacement cost, ito ha. Hindi yan carrying amount. Sabi natin, no, if you remember doon kay Valix, yung kanyang table, pag proportional method ang ginagamit. Kasi di ba meron tayong elimination method. But if you apply the proportional, ito yung original, tapos meron tayong replacement cost minus yung adjusted na accumulated depreciation, di ba? That is your sound value, yung difference. So ito yung kabangga sa cost, replacement cost. So bawas natin sa 2 million, that is your sound value. Okay. 10 million. Compare mo dito, 15 million, may 5 million ka na increase, supposedly. Pero dahil may balance ka, so parang sinasabi, 5 million dapat yung revaluation, balance ng revaluation surplus mo. Kaso, meron ka ng balance, may current na 3 million sa revaluation surplus mo. So, ang dagdag sa revaluation surplus ay only yung 2 million. Kasi, may existing ka na 3 million sa iyong revaluation surplus. So, you only have to consider yung increment. Okay? Amount recognized in revaluation surplus. Okay? So, that's for question number 12. I hope clear po tayo doon. Moving on, number 13, reclassification. What amount daw should be recognized in profit or loss? Paano po yun? On December 31, the entity owns land that was held for sale in the ordinary course of business. Held for sale. Inventory. May carrying amount siya na 10 million. Ang fair value, 15 million on that date. On this date, the entity decided to hold the land for capital appreciation. Yung accounting policy mo is to carry all this investment at fair value. What amount should be recognized in profit or loss as a result of the transfer? The answer is letter B. No? 5 million. Kasi in the books, yung carrying amount, yung LCNRV mo ay 10 million kasi ito ay inventory. Yung fair value niya 15 million, yan yung gagamitin mo ngayon. No? Na balanse ng iyong investment property. So yun lang, no? Number 14, impairment ng ating investment property na measured at cost model using the cost model, no? Partially destroyed, unfortunately. At merong na-recognize na 800,000 impairment loss. Subsequently, the entity receives 500,000. Ito yung compensation, no, from insurance, and it spends 1.2 to restore and reconstruct the damaged portion. How should these events be accounted for? Letter A, net loss of 1.5 combining, hindi po, maling-mali yun. We should account them separately. Okay? 800,000 impairment loss, true. 500,000 compensation income, true. And capitalize natin yung restoration cost, true. So letter B, ang tamang sagot na. Double check lang natin yung letter C, capitalized net cost daw. 1.2 minus yung 500. Hindi po. Hindi po natin yan nininet. They are accounted separately. Okay? Kaya mali yung C. At hindi po pwede na i-ignore natin yung impairment at saka compensation because kailangan nating i-account yun. Okay? So letter B nga talaga ang tamang sagot. Last item for number 15 talks about the recognition. If you dispose an investment property na measured at fair value, the details on disposal date ay meron kang carrying amount na 13.8, sales proceeds mo 14.5, selling cost mo 200. What gain on disposal should the entity recognize in profit or loss? Okay? Ito class na. Etong sales proceeds, we assume that this is gross. Ito yung selling price, no? 14.5. Ang sabi sa atin, to recognize any gain or loss on disposal, we compare the carrying amount sa net proceeds, net disposal proceeds. Okay? At ano yung net proceeds na yon? Kung ito yung selling price at meron kang selling cost, ibawas natin yan. So 14.5 minus 200K, you have 14.3. Compare mo sa 13.8, paldo ka. Paldo ng 500,000. So, ito hindi lamang yan pang investment property. this is also true for disposal of intangible assets and even property, plant, and equipment. The gain or loss on disposal is the difference between the carrying amount and the net proceeds. Hindi po natin ito siniseparate. No? Binabawas na natin siya. Okay? So, I hope clear po tayo dyan. Basahin ko lang yung paragraph 69 no, as a reference point para lang maniwala kayo sa akin. Gains or losses arising from the retirement or disposal of investment property shall be determined as the difference between the net disposal proceeds and the carrying amount of the asset and shall be recognized in profit or loss in the period of retirement or disposal. So, yan ha, hindi po ako nag-iimbento. Kasi baka sabihin niyo, sir, ano yan, 700 na gain, tapos account natin separately yung selling cost. Okay? So, mali po yung letter C dyan. So, that ends our material for this, investment property. I hope may natutunan kayo at nasundan po ninyo yung aking mga explanation. So, let me know na lang po if you have any more questions, but I will be stopping the recording at this point. Maraming salamat.